this is too nice for us. They're gonna be like, there's a couple hoodlums standing in the lobby, so we lock the door.
That's how Cletus got such a good deal. Fondle a couple turbos.
There's actually a guy out there who's putting on a drag car right now.
How much power can turbo that size make?
About 5,000 or something.
Oh my gosh. Well, Jack, what are we here for today?
Well, you're here to pick up the giveaway turbo for
Two
getting the
giveaway turbos.
Yeah, so the 83 and then the 76. I got them in my office.
Streetcar chaos, baby.
Streetcar
chaos.
You got to be your butt in the seat, spectator or racer
race.
tech card.
Yep.
Gets you an entry to win an 83, 85.
Gen 2 to 1,500 horsepower turbo. You can put that on anything. If you want to make big power on an LS, if you want to make big power on a 2JZ, that turbo is going to do it. It's not a simple budget turbo that you can get off your buddy on Amazon,
High dollar.
whatever. It's a good turbo that is one of our premium lines. It's a bad unit.
Man, I'm excited. This is so
And
freaking
somebody's
cool.
gonna win that.
The day
for
of
sure,
the event.
The day of the event.
May 10.
Yep.
May 10th, US
May
41
10th,
traction.
US 41. Yes, sir. We getting a tour?
I'll do the full tour.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, the first thing, we gotta have you guys sign in here.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Billy.
Here we go.
I'll let you go first.
And on the walls here, we have like the Wall of Champions stuff.
Okay.
PRIs, years
Okay.
past.
I'll be on that one day.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Number one, most importantly, these are new
Vending machines.
vending machines, and they are a lifesaver.
That's the thing he's most excited about.
Look at his reaction.
They got sandwiches in here.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's the
And,
biggest Jack smiled since we've been here.
Can we get a vending machine?
Sure.
Yeah,
we
this
get a
is
bigger
the
shop?
coolest part of the shop for sure. But
Oh, the place is huge.
Do we gotta, are we good?
Yeah.
Stay in here?
Pedestrian walkway, buddy.
Okay.
So, yeah, biggest thing is if you have any questions, ask me and stop me.
Okay.
Because obviously I'm here every single day.
Uh-huh.
So stuff that might be cool to you, I might not even think about. So
Right.
if you have questions, just let me know. But-
Now, is this stuff that's in for repairs or builds, or this is going out, or?
So these are rework NCMs. So these are all bad parts that came out of the machine shop at some point in time. There's stuff here from years ago. These are parts that can be fixed. So maybe it needs a machine, I don't know, a process redone, or if it needs something reground, or really a little bit of everything.
Okay.
But if it's not so bad that it has to be scrapped, it goes here, and then in time,
They'll fix it.
they get fixed. So this
Okay.
stuff gets flushed out.
Very
periodically.
cool.
So these didn't pass QC?
No, these went through inspection and failed.
Okay.
Next to us here is like the finishing and grinding room. On down, like all of this stuff is all manually ground.
Okay.
So there'll be casting flash here from a manufacturer. That all gets ground down, and that's compressor covers. That's a little bit of everything. It's just removing any casting flash or anything like that.
Okay.
Then we have the rest of the machine shop. I think there's something like 14 or 15 machines in the whole shop.
I can't believe the wall of shelves
Yeah.
and parts.
For sure. Again, if you see anything cool and I'm not touching on it, talk to me.
Alright.
Turbo parts, really. Wow. Whether it's, every part of a turbo is stored in here, and lots of it.
Okay.
Everything from years back. Sometimes there's compressor covers in there from an old turbo that we don't make anymore, but maybe we can use that to build a new turbo or do R&D work. That's why a lot of the old stuff is still kept around.
Makes sense. Now you guys do like wastegates and blow-off valves on these same machines?
No. The wastegates and blow-off valves generally are machined outside of Precision here.
Okay.
And then they're all built over there.
Okay.
Component cage.
Oh, wow.
So it is literally caged in. So everything in there is a good part.
Wow.
No good parts are to get in here, or good parts, without passing through the quality lab.
Okay.
So as soon as they pass these gates, they are known good parts. So in theory,
They're locked in.
something, bearing housing that has an issue or a
Yeah.
turbine housing should have already been inspected before it goes into here.
Right.
These carts are where things come in from inspection. So all of this stuff has been inspected and it needs to get stocked in those shelves.
Wow. That's crazy.
Loop back around.
Right. How do you find it? You got
So
the
I
tag.
go in the computer
Now-
system and everything is inventoried. So, I look up a part number and it's going to say, hey, there's 15 of them in WHB dash 1 or whatever. The biggest challenge, not only at Precision, but I think in any inventory system, is keeping that on track. So
Right. Oh, for sure.
Once a year, we shut down for like 3 days. Nothing. No manufacturing, nothing. And just count inventory.
Just inventory.
All the employees.
All the employees.
Wow.
There's some machines that go, but it's you sit down and you start counting. And that's it.
Now, is there a reason for the lockdown here? Is this something they lock down like every day, or
That's the
certain
intended
employees
goal.
not allowed in there? Or, I mean, what?
That's
just
the
quality?
intended goal is to, in the future, lock this down with key card access for only the people that need to get in there.
Okay.
Just in case, not saying people would, but like if you accidentally grab a 64 cover and then you set it down on the shelf next to it, that's 62 covers.
Right.
Well, the parts picker, who every day they go and pick and pull parts, they know where the 64 covers are. Maybe you don't look and check, and then all of a sudden you're building the
wanted to get
turbo
the-
and it doesn't fit, or heaven forbid it goes out with the wrong cover on it.
Right.
This is all to prevent quality issues. Make efficient, very accurate.
What's the tolerance on that?
3/10. So like a strand of human hair.
Wow. So that's like 0.0003?
Yep.
That's nuts.
So this room is temperature and humidity controlled for that as well, for
Because
expansion
it'll
and
change,
contraction.
yeah.
Gotta make sure everything is the same. This is a really cool.
Is that like a magnifier on steroids?
That's a crazy looking machine, isn't it?
Kinda. So, like what we'll do, what I use this for the most was measuring turbine wheels. So, basically, this is how you use it, but if you put your finger in here, you'll get a shadow, and you can take measurements off of that. So if you put a turbine shaft in here, you're going
Really?
to see where everything is. You can measure the height, width, whatever
Huh.
you need, length of certain things. You do it quickly and very accurately. You can load CAD files into here to be able to overlay something. It's a very good device for just specifically what we're using it for.
Right.
It has to be within a certain spec. And you can also measure compressor wheels with this. You can measure the contour and all that. Anything that you can get in here to overlay a shadow, pretty much.
I could put a big shadow on that.
Yeah.
Now, you guys obviously, it's performance focused, but do you guys do any OEM work?
Yes.
You do? Okay, for OEMs.
Yeah. So that's what this is for. These valves here
Yeah, you said something
go
about
in
a
an
valve.
industrial
huh?
regulator. And
Okay.
it's essentially a big wastegate. This thing is quality. And if we can get the best quality part, we don't really care where it really comes from, as long as it's good.
Right.
It's the same with like apparel. Like America for making apparel and stuff sucks.
Yeah, it's
But,
not that
like,
great.
Taiwan and Japan, like their apparel is really good.
Yeah.
This is
Venezuela.
What this is what
I
it
mean,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, here's our receiving area, and this is also it's big enough to do kind of whatever you want. So we have the scrap items over there, and then here's all stuff that's getting scrapped. This is all just machine chips.
Don't get it in your eye.
Oh yeah, that's sharp. I expected it to be softer for some reason.
Yeah, it's metal.
It's metal. It's sharp.
So yeah, usually this place back in a year or so ago was really busy. We had crates, we had different lines, crates stacked all the way up. A lot of it was from moving into the new facility, but now that we've gotten everything kind of organized.
So what's wrong with those?
So this is what's called like excess and obsolete scrap. A lot of this is just old stock that like we don't have a use for anymore.
Huh.
Man.
This is a 2.6 tractor pull and compressor cover from back in the day.
So funky looking.
With
Okay.
a
Oh, yeah.
welded inlet that is not legal anymore, and or the class doesn't exist anymore for it.
So they just become obsolete, and you had a handful of them stacked up on a shelf or whatever.
There's corporate tax and all that for inventory,
Yep.
so it costs us to keep this stuff.
Right.
So at a certain point, you just kind of have to scrap it. But more of the cool stuff here. This is our service department, and Chris, he just left. You guys missed him.
That's somebody's turbo.
Yeah.
Custom.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah. So
I love
are
these
all-
billet center sections, man.
Yeah. That's the Promod turbo. So yeah, these are all turbos that have come in for whatever reason, repair, refresh, upgrade, whatever it may be. It lands here. This is our full inventory of reman items. So these are
Okay.
all things that have come in that customers either wanted to scrap or they couldn't use anymore or whatever it may be. It's just so many different things that could happen. But if the part is good and they don't want it or they would like to scrap it, but we can salvage it, it goes into this area. So this is our reman parts inventory. So to make our reman turbos, we get all parts that, not all parts, some of them have been used or, you know, scratched or whatever. You know, reman stuff comes from the machine shop, it comes from here, it comes from brand new inventory.
So,
They're-
so you could assemble me a turbo right now.
I mean,
All right, can I
Probably.
challenge you? All right, stock bottom end 5.3 right now. I want to eventually make 1500 wheel. Assemble me a turbo.
go. Yeah, I mean, in theory we could. If you really wanted me to do that, I'd just go grab one over there. But yeah, we really could, and that's how we get our trailer inventory. Not all the trailers are reman, but if you go to events and you want to get a really good deal on something, we have the reman inventory.
Right.
So the reason we don't sell them online is because
You kind of
we
keep
don't
them for
have
the trailer.
Well, first of all, we keep them for the trailer.
Yeah.
And for two, we don't have the inventory to be able to do that.
Oh, so you don't have the remans online? I didn't realize that.
They're
That's
only in the
putting them
trailer.
in the trailer that goes to all the events and races.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's
That's
good-
how Cletus got such a good deal.
Twice.
Yeah. The reman stuff it's good quality parts. Everything is warranted.
Okay.
And it goes through the same process as the new turbos do.
Like QC and stuff.
Yeah, quality control processes, and the biggest thing is VSR balancing. So everything is both component and VSR balance. So what that means is it's essentially like a dyno test for a turbo. We'll get there next.
Okay.
Cool.
So you actually spin them.
But
So
yeah.
so these come in, need a repair, they get torn down, and then are they like measured and look for reason of failure and all that kind of stuff while they're
So cause of failure is always our biggest thing to determine because we have to know why it failed if it did.
And that gets figured out here.
Yes.
So this is the troubleshooting teardown area, basically.
Yeah, so the guys who work in service are just like turbo nerds. Like they have been here for a long time. They're like Aaron's one of the main guys who does the teardown. He is incredibly knowledgeable about turbos. I've learned a whole lot off of him. Chris, the service manager, he's incredibly knowledgeable as well, very engineering minded. Every time that you send in a turbo, no matter what it is, if it's for upgrade, if it's for repair, if it's a catastrophic failure, or if it's just, you know, it has some shaft play, you're going to get a full report on that turbo. So on all of the major components, you'll get pictures, you'll get advice. So, you know, it's good or recommend to replace or needs replacing.
Probably measures it, mics everything.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch that goes into that, but it gives the customer the options, and it shows like, oh, well, you said it was broken, you know, but it wasn't broken whenever I gave it to you. Well, here's a picture.
Here's
on
the
what was
photos.
broken, you know, and why we want to replace it. So more on the vending machines. This is cool too. Yeah, it's a Fastenal vending machine. If I were to type in mine and hit 20, it'll give me a pack of razors.
Nice.
Cool.
So they know who's even pulling out of the machine. Eh?
Yeah.
Makes sense when you got this many people. You know, how many people are working in here during the day?
I want to say it's like 60,
Yeah.
50 or 60 people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, we'll go over to the the assembly area next. This is where it's all built.
Was it shipping?
Yeah, so these are turbos that go down to shipping over there, but that's where all the precision turbos are built. Smallest, 4831 all the way to your next gen 111 or 143, it's all built here. If you see, there's CHRAs that are already built.
Okay.
And then you see there's that white machine there, that's that VSR balancer I was telling you about.
That's the balancer?
So those as cartridges get balanced as, a pretty much a full turbo, just without the compressor cover, without the turbine housing. And yeah, you open the gate. Hey. So basically they run through there, they'll spin them up to like 100 and whatever thousand RPM, whatever is necessary for that specific size turbo to be balanced to.
Yeah.
And it'll show you a graph of where the imbalance is, and then the guy who's running it, it'll just basically take something off the nose on here or turbine or wherever it needs it to get it balanced to spec. So that means that every time you get a precision turbo in a box, it's already been ran.
Brought to.
It's already been spun to
whatever it's rated.
It's rated
RPM
for.
is.
Yeah, it's already been spun to. The bearing system works. It's not imbalanced. It works. Out of the box.
Right.
Like guaranteed because it's already ran.
Yeah. It's new, but it's never ever worked because it worked.
It worked at one point. But I mean, that helps us a lot too when determining causes of failure, right? If you say, hey, I just got this brand new turbo, I've heard 2 minutes on it, it's already doing whatever. It's
was it getting oil?
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, what happened, because, it passed the VSR balance test.
Right.
It worked then, so what can we do to maybe find that issue?
Mm-hmm.
This is stuff that we keep on the shelf in stock ready to go. A large quantity and a large stock of usually the wastegates and the blow-off valves, pretty much of all types. And then, like I said, usually your smaller frame turbos, your high running stuff, 6466s, 6266s.
You guys sell a lot
5862s.
more of those smaller units for like import
A lot
style.
of it, yeah. I think our best selling turbo ever is a CAS 76, the one that you're getting.
Okay.
I think right below that's like a Gen 2 6466.
Okay.
Because it's a versatile turbo that you can put one on a Honda to make 600-700 horsepower or whatever. You can do it on a BMW, a 2JZ, like you could do 2 of them on a Coyote and make big power, 2 of them on an LS and make big power.
Yeah.
It's just a really sweet size that kind of can fit in any.
Right. For a streetcar LS1 would even make 600-700, right?
One probably wouldn't be too small.
Would
2
it?
of them
Yeah.
would make 1,300-1,400.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. And spool instantly.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
they spool super quickly. Yeah. This is the new next gen 7675. This is the allotment that's going to the dealers and distributors.
Gotcha.
It's a really anticipated turbo. We've been teasing it for a while. Victor at Induction Performance just did a 7275 to 7675 comparison. Picked up a lot of power over it. And this is gonna pick up even more power over a Gen 2 76.
Really?
I think it's rated at over 1,400 horsepower.
And these are already loaded in the box?
These are loaded,
Ready to go?
Yeah, these are gonna get shipped out, and
So one of those will fit in my pocket? Not.
no, not a next gen 76, not yet.
Oh, but the distributors don't even have this yet.
No.
So this is
No, this is going
this
out
is
to them.
hot off the presses.
Yeah, I think that one of these pallets already went out today to them. But yeah, it's supposed to be launching on Thursday.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's I think we were a little bit behind getting parts. It was a supply issue, I think, for us, but we're getting them out, and there's gonna be a pallet going to Australia. There's gonna be a pallet going to, a bunch of stuff down in Florida.
Next gen 76s.
So
They'll make 1,400.
compressor will flow 1400. Yeah. So like on a 2J,
That's nuts.
I think with a full exhaust and like it wasn't like the best cam setup. I think it made like 12 something.
Okay.
12 or 1300.
Phew.
But like 2 of those on like an LS would make like 2,000 tire.
Probably a little more.
That's a considerable amount more than other 76s in a twin configuration.
Yeah.
So if we want to just talk 76s,
Yeah.
we have our mirror image 76 75s that are in a little bit bigger frame size.
Okay.
On a 427, we've seen like almost 3,000 with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Crank almost 3,000 to the crank. Yeah.
Okay.
If you get your pressure ratios right, I bet you can get pretty close. But a good 2,500 horsepower.
Right.
Right. Wow.
More better efficiency.
Yep. Next gen.
Here's a
Third
amalgamation.
gen, right? Next gen's third gen, really?
It's the third generation, but it's not third. It's not Gen 3.
It's not Gen 3. So it's like
About
2.5.
It's like 2.5.
It's Gen
but,
2.5.
I mean, the next gen stuff picks up quite a bit
Yeah.
over Gen 2. So
Yeah.
whatever's next, we're just gonna have to wait and see. This is a factory location Buick Grand National intercooler. It's just one of those things we had to keep them on the shelf because Buick guys really want them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great factory location upgrade for any Buick Grand National. That's a Buick Grand National oil filter relocation system.
Okay.
Just 2 Buick Grand National specific part numbers that are important to that community, and you know they still want them.
You guys keep them on the shelf then?
This is different stuff. Then you have your merch area,
So much stuff.
hoodies, stickers, hats,
Yeah.
all that cool stuff. We're here.
I need a new hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I can do it
I do
without
need a new
making-
hat.
Yeah.
Insert picture of me and my wife. Then
Oh yeah, your
girlfriend
precision hat.
dating
I
in my
figured he
precision
had
hat.
stacks of this in his office.
yeah.
Which one would you like?
Oh.
The snapback?
Yeah. I'm a snapback guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Can I get the gray? Dude.
Just had to make sure to run those out.
Run?
No.
Oh.
Run those out of the inventory.
Sweet. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That hoodie's badass. Look at that
That is a
hoodie.
good looking hoodie.
Oh yeah. Well, this actually is an exclusive design.
Is it really?
We don't have any more of.
No, are you serious?
TX2K only.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Should have been at TX2K.
That's an awesome
I should have
hoodie.
been in Texas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dude.
Sorry we had to work.
Yeah. Well,
Next time. Fondle a couple turbos.
you can fondle whatever's in here.
Ooh.
Scrap parts.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
You're going home with dirty
This
hands.
is wild. Like I've only.
So, this is anything that came in from repairs that was bad. This
Okay.
is scrap parts from the machine shop that were bad.
Can I hang this on a wall?
No.
That's cool. Look at that.
That is bad. That's awesome.
Like, do you have a bunch of these as like paper holders
I don't.
in your office or something?
Well, you should.
Yeah, that's too cool.
That little mini dude is cool. Yep.
That's
That's scrap?
Yep.
Gee.
Something happened here.
Yeah, just because it's got a little flaw or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah, they mark them with red and.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
If y'all are scrapping that, you're definitely keeping some pristine stuff on the shelf for these
Oh,
turbos.
here you go.
Billet aluminum, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the compressor wheels in here are usually just from
Yep.
repairs,
Yeah.
so.
That's what they look like when you suck in a dome sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that happen
Uh-huh.
firsthand.
Shooting shit through it.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like when things go through them at 50,000 plus RPM.
You can definitely tell when they're running some sort of goofy fuel or running a weird mixture.
Hmm.
And then you could also always somewhat tell like what kind of went through them.
That's a Pro Mod thing?
Yeah, it's an old style Pro Mod.
That's a monster.
Look at my hand.
Yeah, look at that wheel.
Yeah. Now that's a shaft.
You're not used to holding a shaft like that?
Oh, I'm used to more than that. Wild, man.
You're like a little kid.
I am. This is
It's
exciting.
it's not yours.
I know.
We're gonna upgrade one of these days, but these aren't for us.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm standing here with Jack from Precision Turbo, and today we are announcing to our DadRod subscribers that at our event, May 10, if your butt is in a seat, a racer or a spectator, you have a chance to win this 86 and 85 Precision Turbo. And we can't be more ecstatic to Precision Turbo and our presenting sponsor.
It's a Gen 2 8685 ball bearing. It's capable of 1500 horsepower. If you want to put this thing on your LS, your small block Chevy, or your 2JZ, it's going to work for it and it's going to make good power with it.
And on top of this giveaway, we are doing a sweepstakes online, dadrodgarage.com. Every dollar you spend gets you an entry. Of course, no purchase necessary. Check the link in the description for the details. If you're watching this video, that means this sweepstakes is live. Every dollar you spend gets you one entry into winning this 7675.
Thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.